Huh. Okay. Interesting. Moderna. Moderna maybe sell the news event. Jeez. Jeez. From 60 to 30. Guess space isn't so profitable. Okay. Soxel Square somewhere. Okay, Square's kind of slowing up. Not a whole lot going on today. Nice little kind of sideways nothing day. Looks like net is trying to find support and trying to bounce a little back up. My Moderna high of the day so far. Came down, came back. Moderna getting listed on the S&P 500, which is why it's been so bullish. Apparently, no one knew that beforehand, which is why, it had a great day, for the past week or so. So, seems about right. All right, Snapchat back. Maybe support off the 50-day. I was potentially looking for an Nvidia trade on a pullback. We definitely closed under the 20-day. 50-day is only moving average next, but we do have that stock split coming up on the 20th. That could definitely put a damper on any plans for further upside. We'll see. But it is market leader, so Nasdaq 0.5 at the moment. Looks like Tesla is stable-ish where it is. Morning, Mohammed. The Twitter, Twilio, EXPI up here. All right, just bouncing back. Nothing days much more than red days. Yep, it's a good sign. It's a good sign. Trying not to let the market bore us to death is a good practice. Nothing crazy though. Check out on our leader Apple. Brother Apple, brother Microsoft. Ooh, Microsoft getting froggy. Brother Microsoft, brother Amazon. Amazon. Pulling in a little bit. Not too bad. Square up there, 2%. PayPal, believe has a cup and handle on it. Could see another batch of breakouts coming. That could be something to look for. So I've got my list from the end of last week. I never really definitively went through these. These are ones in IBD lists kind of look interesting or waiting to break out. We can go through some of these. One of them is PayPal, I think. About HIMX, INMD, Proofpoint, just continuing. Dava, beautiful. Nvidia, you already know is selling off. 4-to-1 stock split coming up in 2 days. I don't know if I want to jump in front of that. I should say I don't want to jump in front of that. EPAM, Google, DocuSign, Facebook. There's another one. New buys by top mutual funds. Why is my keyboard all janky? Am I missing a leg? Oh, they got pen under there. Ah, there we go. Now it's more stable. So I don't think I've seen probably any of these before. DEN. There's its almost first touch of the 50-day since it broke out of the IPO base. Could be worth a watch. I'm not familiar with it though. ASO. Kind of similar. Prox. These are new buys by top funds, mutual funds. INMD. XPEL. Boot. Google. All holding their 50 days lovely. SCHW. Charles Schwab. That one's not. Nvidia, obviously. Manitowoc. Of course, Nvidia's on everybody's list. Is there a list to be had? Put Nvidia on it. And Manitowoc, which has had a pretty good run. Fox on a lot of lists here. And XPEL again on a different list. Big Cap 20 liter, PKI. Very large cup and handle. I'm not familiar with this at all. PerkinElmer for the better. I want to look into PerkinElmer for the better, see what the deal is there. Small caps rally today. Ah, no wonder. Meme stock crashes, erases half of gains. Which one is that? Oh, that may be AMC's recent crash. It's not a single one. That's hey, what's up, Blay? That's really good clickbait power by IBD on that one. Yeah, good clickbait power. Good job, IBD. Got me to click. Own Tesla with the Own Tesla with this hot tech stock play in buy range. Own Tesla? Is that one of the three Tesla suppliers? Amplify Lithium Badium ETF. Okay, so it's an ETF. BATT. Haven't heard of that one. Biggest holdings were some battery maker, Contemporary Amperex Technology, Tesla, BHP Group. Don't know what that's about. BYD Co. NIO were the top 5 holdings. Or you could just buy Tesla. Australian Metal Ore Miners BHP is up 18% this year, so that's what that is. All right. All right, let's get on to our reason for being here and cut up at some headlines. I want to look at what PKI. Composite ranking of 98 out of 99. That's really good. Means it outperforms 98% of the stocks in terms of many fundamental and technical metrics. Manufactures chromatographs, spectrometers, optical temperature sensors, and imaging readers. Optical temperature sensors. Okay. Wow, EPS changed 455%. Last 3 quarters EPS 248%. Sales change 100%. Pre-tax margin 30%. Lots of green on this one. Change in funds owning stock 0. Huh. Never heard of these guys. 17 billion. But man, they're going gangbusters, I guess. We had another medical supplier. It was on one of our lists. Shoot, I forget the name off the top of my head. It's not really something you think about all the time. Where am I going to get my medical supplies from? My electrical supplies from? But yeah, great ratings, pretty much almost all the way around. 3-year sales growth rate, not so hot. EPS estimate for current year, also not so hot. Also, so 4 red dots is actually kind of a no-go. We got 4 firm red dots there. What's IQVIA? Let's take a look at IQV. Provides biopharmaceutical development services, commercial outsourcing services to the healthcare industry. Yeah, that could be good. 45% EPS change last quarter. 3 quarters, 22.8. I believe 25 is the limit. 85 relative strength. All right. Nothing major going on there. Looks like Tesla, kind of a nothing day. Yesterday, Tesla bounced off of a level and rallied up, but we're not really bouncing. 200 moving average rallied up. Haven't really followed through to the upside at all, but no downside follow through either. Volume is relatively muted. All right, 0.3 for the NASDAQ. Roblox is up here. Roblox under its 50 days, so that's a problem for Roblox. You know, I had a thought. I don't know if there's a metric for this, but I wonder if there's, or how many stocks are above and below their 50-day moving average. I don't know if I can ask for that on here. I think I can. But I probably need like historical context. Betcha FinViz does that. Let's go ahead and slow my computer down so I can go look at FinViz for a minute. I could technical. There you go. 50-day simple moving average. Oh, this is so slow. They're really jacking up this site. All right, price above 50 SMA. And there's 172 pages. It's my very scientific way of checking this out. And then price below 240 pages. And we can, all right, we can maybe take a look at market cap and go to over a level. Let's try 10 billion. So below is 165. And then above is 85. So looks like that ratio maybe about holds. Actually, yeah, actually way worse. Way worse for the big caps. Hey, what's up, Ellie? That's not a great metric. All right, let's go back to the markets here. We're doing 7%. What are we doing? Just contemplating stocks above their 50-day versus below their 50-day. How sucky market is. Well, I think it's just kind of choppy. It's slightly choppy after our little run we just had. Now we're kind of chopping around. I mean, things are fairly stable, but we're not seeing massive sell-offs, luckily. You got, names are basing. Roblox is basing. But Microsoft 0.82. Microsoft getting froggy. Huh? Can I be? I'd like to be part of that action, Ellie. That sounds like a market I'd like to participate in. ZYXI. ZTalk UMP. Is DocuSign holding up? All right, let's go top down, see what's what. Let me go bottom up, see what's not. I'm going to write down anything that looks potentially building something constructive, because most of the stuff at the top today isn't too much. Moderna getting included in the S&P 500, yeah. That's top of my list here as well. Hopefully Etsy's found a low, but it's not looking super great for buys. BLFS poked a new high. Fortinet, jeez. Look at that thing. It just keeps rocking. Wow, you already been through the list, Ellie? That's impressive. AMN. Healthcare? Healthcare. That's what she said. CDW not too bad. Whoa. Whoa. Got crazy there. I know, and I did. It was amazing. Nice looking, pretty nice. That is not a bad spot. Manhandlers and Associates, not bad either. Eh, not great, but not bad. Cisco, not a bad spot. Not a great stock to trade, at least I don't think, but not in a super bad spot. Zendesk, not bad either. Looks like a little bit of a triangle, but I mean, it's not a bad spot. Starbucks still looks great. Still poking at highs. Snapchat also looks good. So far, looks like we have some support on the 50-day for whatever that's worth. IDXX, that's next level. Don't even know how to handle something like that. Dorm, that looks good too. Not much about it, but FVRR, this is Fiverr, appears to be pretty loose up in this area. Looks like failing a double bottom. Although that's too deep. That's too deep to be buyable, so probably isn't failing it. I do like this IDXX though. Look at this. Look at this lovely little thing. Just bam, nice and sideways right there. That's gorgeous. TMUS, T-Mobile. That looks really good too. Domino's Pizza. Dang. Domino's Pizza. It was about a year late to my breakout at 400 party. Or was that my target? That may have been my target. I think that was my target from 300 was 400. Yeah, that's what it was. Sell by the end of the day? Yeah, it could. Dude, have you seen the stock? The stock performance, it's better than Netflix. Domino's Pizza. I actually worked for the I worked for the ex CEO of Domino's right before they did their whole magical transformation thing. I don't know if you know that story or not. Dude, I should have bought stock at that point. The guy wasn't, I don't know nothing about the damn place, but not at that time. But man, they've just been on a straight uptick. It's insane. It's the ability for them to do that. And actually, I haven't had Domino's pizzas in years, and I ordered it a couple times. It's pretty good pizza. I think it's pretty good, and their whole ship is tight, man. It's not like some bullshit pizza joint. I remember Domino's back in the day a little bit, and it was just like a bullshit pizza joint. It's like a well-oiled machine. Domino's pizzas, like, damn, their pizzas are very consistent. I mean, everything is, it's just good. And the good thing about Domino's is they've been one of the companies that actually like improves what they do. Monster looks really good. Yeah, you know which ones look good? The ones that are whoa, that look at Procter and Gamble. Wow, that's actually in a good spot. It's still sideways in a bit of a sideways, but it's okay. We may circle back to Procter and Gamble at some point here. Yeah, just super impressed by Domino's. I had that trade at 300 lined up. Never ended up working out. It's such a doesn't trade like a huge um, stock that people are just rushing to buy. Ain't it? Looking froggy. Yeah, they can buy Fubo and boom, it's done. They should just let us know when they do it and give you credit. It's great marketing. You want to be entertained, Ellie? Market's not here for entertainment. No, that's what crypto's for. Crypto's for entertainment. It's a slot machine. It's pretty close to a slot machine. I can't disagree with that too much. Oh, well, I'm never going to get out of this range. I'm by the zeros right now. These things jump around and surprised I even got down here. The NFT sector is bonkers right now, Ellie. I think it may be done, but it was bonkers since the 3rd of July. We found this AXS that just exploded. Pi methoded it, and I think we had our exit overnight, actually. Pretty good stuff, though, man. Oh, I'm back in positive territory. Oh, well. Moderna 10%. All in Moderna. It's like Ellie said. There you go. Very fine foods, Fubo. Look at that Domino's chart, though. Seriously. Bonkers. So here's my weekly chart. I had a bunch of stuff on Domino's out of our long-term turnaround play here getting to 400, but I believe that was a gap up. It's just a massive gap, and I couldn't get into it. Yeah, look at that. Then it came all the way back down. Look at how choppy this thing was. So it gapped up on earnings. So you don't want to buy a day or two before earnings, and it gapped up, came all the way down, and then rallied all the way back and hit my target. And I was gonna get out here to September, but geez. And then this year it just goes on a stupid run, just out of nowhere, straight up, boom. Uh, wasn't even looking at it then, and then it got up. It was just too high. Actually, that's a double bottom base right there. Oh, that's a breakout through a double bottom base. Look at that. This thing still trades like bonkers. Crazy. 75 days, 20%. That would have been a target hit. That is a target hit. So, but Domino's has been nuts. There's a double bottom base. There's a double bottom base. There's another double bottom base. That's crazy. It's crazy, man. Crazy. But this stupid thing. Look at this stupid stock. Just a straight parabola. $2 to 491. That was 2008. Right? Actually, I think that's about when I worked in that guy's house. He had nothing. He was the ex CEO at the time, but I thought it was no, that was Pepsi. That was the ex Pepsi guy. Never mind. Forget that story. But Domino's, they did have a. Oh no, I did work for him. Oh, he. Oh no, he was the current CEO of Domino's. Sorry, my life doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, I worked for the ex Pepsi guy. A little later, I worked for the current CEO of Domino's. So Domino's changed CEOs sometime over here, and I worked for the guy, and he was kind of starting something. I don't remember all the stuff, and then they switched CEOs again, and that's the guy I think that is still running it. So I mean, just absolute murdering this right now. Yeah, that's what you want to see in a chart right there. All right, Nasdaq point one. Happily not moving up. How's Starbucks doing? Starbucks still solid. Let's maybe big consumer brands. Chipotle doing good. Maybe they're able to take advantage of inflation. Let's name some kind of big food names. Maybe that's a thing. Chipotle, Starbucks. We just said Domino's Pizza. That's a big food name. McDonald's. Obviously, they're a franchise situation. They're not looking too bad. I think Sonic is Yum Brands holding up relatively well. Geez, look at the COVID dip on Yum Brands, 50% drop on Yum, and right back up. um, what other big food names are there? Coca-Cola, not really food, but they do have kind of some food. I think Pep is PEP. Yeah, PepsiCo. Oh wow, they're breaking out. That's that may be an actual breakout on PepsiCo off of apparently great. Must really like it. 1.7 out of 152. Geez, where could this thing go? I mean, technically that would be your handle right there. So it's already pretty extended. Only down 20%, so that's not a flat base. That would have to be some type of a cup and handle or whatever, but it's moving. Interesting. They've diversified a lot more, I think, than Coke has. I think they own Doritos and stuff. Um, wow, that's an interesting find. So what else? Chipotle, Starbucks, Domino's Pizza, Pepsi. It's like food. Looks like food brands are a thing we kind of stumbled on. Maybe something. What else? What else? What else? Um, I think I saw that Finviz tab open. And of course, it's extraordinarily slow. Come on. Come on, man. And refresh doesn't even. Oh, this page is slowing down Firefox. I missed that. Industry. Come on. Jeez. Brutal Firefox. Industry. Yeah, it's too much to load. I'm not sure what's going to be more industry or sector. They don't really have. There we go. Food distribution. I'm not sure what they have for just. There's restaurants. Uh, Beverages, which so there's so many different ones. I guess we can look at restaurants. I think that's probably going to be the food distribution. I don't think that's what we're looking for though. Let's just go to restaurants and stay there. Barbecue Flanagan's. That's garbage. That is garbage. So maybe food distribution. You have an industry with one stock in it. I've also got. That's my bad. I probably got all these, but they should still be. Yeah, I should still get more than that. Only one's over the 50 day though. I mean, that's probably a good thing to be above your 50 day. What's Pepsi? Oh, it's gonna be. Oh, there's Keurig Dr Pepper KDP. That's not proven to be much of a help, but Pepsi's going for it, man. All right, Nasdaq's flat. Well, Pepsi don't care. Pepsi's like, see ya, in a nice way too. Maybe it'll keep going, but it's been going sideways for about a year. Buy a food ETF. Food's weird, man. You kind of got to be in the right names. I don't want to be in a food ETF because they're cannibalistic of one another. I don't think it's like a space ETF where everything's flooding into space. Not everyone's flooding into food. Listen in 1.5 or 2. I may talk slow enough for that. That Pepsi trade is interesting, though. I just don't. It's a little extended. I don't know where it's going to go. This doesn't have a massive history of just huge runs, so it'll probably get chopped up. Means I probably shouldn't do much, so I won't. All right, market now slightly negative. Moderna's still holding up, and I mean, yeah, big nothing day. Apple, Cybernet, Amazon's down a little bit, Tesla's down a little bit, Remax down, Trade Desk down. Just a lot of sideways. I guess we're gonna get choppy. Amazon's coming down pretty handily. See if we can get some support around some kind of a moving average. So far, the 20's been holding us up, it looks like. Held us up in the handle prior to the breakout. Hopefully, that'll hold us up here. And flat on the. Oh, I'm at the bottom here. What's down here? All right, let's go bottom up for a minute. EDU, QFIN, PLL, E. That doesn't look good. LAC looks like it's continuing to the downside. PLL continuing to the downside. Funko, no fun anymore. So V Auto Home, Vips, Tilray not looking good. AQB not looking good. Lots of Cascades Upwork falling away from. Wow. That was a bad day a couple days ago. What was that about? A song of not looking good? Well, I'm at the bottom of the list right now. I'm not sure if you're caught up or not, but 3D Systems, Hexo, NIO. What's jumping around on me? There's Nvidia. Maybe rush into its 50 day, but with that 4-to-1 stock split coming up, that's going to be a problem. Heavy volume today, though. Look at that. So I'd probably avoid Nvidia for now. Wait for something else to shore up, but that's definitely on a watch list for sure. We'll check on that every day, see if we can find some type of lack of selling pressure. Unless it increases on the split, then it's just done. Then it's just done. We won't look at it for a while, but yeah, still look at it. Still be on the list. Remax doing pretty good. Match.com not moving away. That's looking handy dandy. Look at that guy. Super nice, eh? Remax. All right, Netflix was looking froggy for a minute. Mentioned a double bottom, never got to a buy point, which was right here. Has earnings coming up. We'll see what it does. Really good sell off yesterday. That's quite a bit of volume. That's like 50% above. That's, yeah, 6.6 would have been double. That's about 50% above average. That's a pretty convincing topping candle. So there's a potential leader. Kind of dead. Dead. Energy Disney. JD, GLBE. Rocket Mortgage. Splat. STNE. Up. I was stuck having fun while clicking. I wanted to look at Peloton. It just jumped around. Peloton lower 50-day. We'll see if we get some support. We definitely have it. There's definitely mixture in names here. Yeah. Definitely been a mixture in some names or not. I was hoping those big ones would pull some of us up. That hasn't happened. Now we just have a diverged market for the most part. Net seems to be trying to roll over to the downside. So market's still holding up, but let's go. What's our distribution day count? Let's close out of FinViz before it murders my entire computer. I wonder if FinViz has ever burned anyone's desktop to the ground. It's just so overuses everything. It just heats up to the point where it just melts the desktop. Just melts it. Let's look at the big picture. Last time I saw we were 4 and 3 in distribution days. Not too bad. A little high, but 5 and 3 now. Some of the IBD headlines have a lot more bearish tone. The other day they talked about Apple holding up, the rest of the market selling off. Trying to speed read this. Talks about Powell and how he's doesn't know what the hell to do with surging inflation. But he says this with the reopening and such. Somebody didn't mention the trillions of dollars printed, I guess. Nasdaq S&P drop, but close off of lows. Yeah. They're mentioning quite a few failed breakouts. I'm talking about AMD. So yeah, AMD with a cup and handle. Taiwan Semiconductor coming up with earnings as well. Hard for me to read. Get my glasses checked. July 27th for earnings on AMD. See if that could provide a catalyst. They expect AMD earnings to surge 200% year over year. That is a lot. 200%. Well, we're in confirmed uptrend, but it's just choppy. Man, what do you want, Ellie? You sound so down. Yeah, we haven't rolled over yet. Not yet. We're down 0.2 right now. I believe 2 more distribution days would put us into a correction on the S&P 500, which would technically put the whole market into a correction. I'm just saying those have to be on the S&P. The Nasdaq has 3 distribution days, so if the Nasdaq were to kick off marketing correction, that would need 3 or 4 more distribution days for that to go and move us into a correction. But yeah, they make a good point about failing breakouts. I mean, they talked about Upwork, GOBE, a couple other ones. We had a stalling day. And at the same time, we're still up above our middle Bollinger Band line too. But yeah, if we're gonna get into maybe a small corrective phase, I don't know if we'll move into a technical correction or not. That's always a possibility, but yeah, I mean, if you want to raise cash, that's always an option. I'm trying to protect gains, so had some gains. They've kind of eroded away a little bit. I did sell net yesterday, so I am getting a little bit more defensive. We can always get back in. As some things look to roll over. Nvidia being a leader, it's selling off. I mean, I guess I got to be honest, like that's not a great sign. We did mention, stock split is coming up. That's going to be a contentious problem for Nvidia. You get, obviously the announcement of the stock split, I think, is that little gap day right there. Lots of volume here. And then they're maybe selling off a couple days early. And that's not helping the market. The Amazon breakout is still valid. We're still above it, but it's obviously rolling over substantially. Doesn't mean we can't get supported at a level or a trend line or something. Can even come all the way back down inside. So that's a potential problem. Microsoft, I don't know if this has any problems. This is green only. For the most part, looks like a little bit of stalling action today. Apple, so maybe they're just holding up the mega caps for last. I don't know. So if you're not in mega caps, maybe it feels worse. I'm mostly in the mega caps. Maybe that's why I don't feel it as much. It's fully possible. All right, trade desk rolling over. There's Starbucks up 1%. So it looks like you're seeing the really staple companies, except for Amazon, be really stable. Microsoft, I think even Google's pretty stable. Facebook, you were rolling over a little bit. Nasdaq now down 0.2. Moderna. Let's just look at the Moderna chart. Let's just do this. There you go, Ellie. This is what you want right here. So we'll just give you that. We'll only look at Moderna. Just bury our head in the sand and just look at this name. Ooh, two charged with plot to blow up Democratic headquarters. Jeez. In Sacramento, in California. A bombing they hope to be the first in a series of politically motivated attacks. Well, at least they caught him. It's crazy. It's a catch-22, man. I get people are emotional about some of the political stuff, but that's pretty damn emotional. Hoped the attacks would prompt a movement of just more death. People, I don't understand people. Hopefully, by attacking the person I hate, other people will hate them more. So I don't think that's how it works. Maximum of 20 years in prison. Well, hey, at least they got him before, so that's a good thing. I think Moderna ticked down, so this may not be working. 0.22 for the NASDAQ. Yeah, it moved down a little bit lower too. 0.25. We're now under 10%. UGAS, Fubo, AMC. Nothing's really changed up here for the most part. There's Fortinet, which just continues to rock higher. I guess that whole internet security thing. 137 up to 260. It's almost a double. D-Dog. D-Dog's not too bad. Roblox came to my cursor, so we'll click on that. And maybe. Bouncing a little bit, 0.15. Nice inside day for Tesla, but I'm not sure what the trend is for an inside day. Not sure if it's up or down. Inside day for Tesla, bouncing up off the lows a little bit here today. So our market's been open for a full hour. Have we learned anything? We've learned Starbucks looks nice. Yeah, I'll take a Starbucks trade. You know, I had a Starbucks trade laid out. Check this out. Yeah, this will be fun. Check this. Check this out. This may actually, I don't know if it'll work or not. We got a lot more volatile. So I had a couple lines here on Starbucks. Oh, double click takes me back. That's cool. Or double click take me to auto? I didn't know that if it did. Oh, using this thing like 10 years. I didn't know that. I'm stupid. Okay, let's get rid of some of these. So we're stuck in this channel, which is all good. So I did have a trade for Starbucks. So it actually, the channel was different. I've redrawn the channel. I believe this is more valid. I could probably try to... That's actually not too bad. It's undercutting a little bit right there, but I'll go with it for right now. Top looks pretty good with several touches. And I'm definitely late to this trade. But my trade was essentially kind of this. I didn't know if this trend line would hold or if we'd have a slightly less steep trajectory. But let's go check out Stock Shed. Give that a second minute actually to warm up real quick. And yeah, I think we're probably a little too extended for this to work out, but there's this particular angle here. Arguably buy anything along that trend line right there, but going to 135 by, there we go, 135 by November. If you're going to hold it that long, keep in mind you got to be willing to hold it that long. I get 150% for that move right there. Starbucks, I've done this kind of thing before. At least looked at some trades and they didn't work out very well. This one's not too bad. 119, 142, and 150%. Those are your three top, in the money, out of the money, and the next out of the money. For Starbucks getting up to there, which is well within this channel. Pretty non-aggressive, actually. That's all. The trend line has to hold, of course. And then you look at something at Fortinet. I wonder if you can do that with Fortinet, because this thing is just obviously bonkers. It stayed bonkers for months. 50-day moving average. That's probably too extended, I would think, to employ that type of a strategy. Well, it looks like now we're respecting the 20. I don't know how much more you could expect it to go, but that's the problem with these names. Or not these names, but these types of situations. Yeah, there's the good part too, is that if you're looking at that, you had a beautiful extension up. But at this stage, it just feels really long in the tooth. Amazon, yeah, it's pulling in a little bit. Volume's a little bit too high, but it is what it is. Ellie, don't worry about it. Amazon's okay, man. Amazon's one of those stocks you probably don't have to sell for 10 years. And you got a lot of time, so I think it'll be all good. So let's look at this one. 820. Okay, 827 is good for 284. Was it 827? Yeah, 8. Okay, that's 35 days. That's potentially 90 to 97%. Yeah, 90% is slightly in the money. So actually not even extraordinarily risky if we hold through the next month and a half. For something like that on Fortinet, that's pretty good. That's only a 10% increase. I wonder if that... I've done a couple of those trades and they worked out. Usually in these channels, though. Yeah, Yeah, I wonder when you could start to employ something like this. Because early on, you have that, you break out of that, so you end up with that, and then you. There you go. There you go. Look at that damn channel, man. You gotta find. I don't know how you can identify someone's gonna run into a channel like that. Like, what else? What else? Yeah, Domino's Pizza, obviously. This just kind of came out of nowhere. Had, yeah, to keep these really aggressive moves. I'm not sure how likely it is. You get big pops on earnings. Could also get big drops. Consolidations and bases happen. That's what took me out of that first Starbucks trade. Is this base happened. This base right here took me out of that trade. That's a risky run. But as long as you exit, in time, I think you're okay. I don't know what else we have that really has that kind of trajectory to it. You got Starbucks, which is kind of a channel trade. Domino's Pizza. What else did we note? I just looked at it, damn it. Oh, Fortinet. Yeah. Fortinet's actually exceeding. I don't think Fortinet's a bad one. Earnings are upcoming though. 729. That could be a problem. Anyway, I just thought I'd point that out. I thought that was pretty interesting. I'm Moderna 10.32. Looking lovely. Atlassian. I do want to find if there's any more of those that are just going to be stuck in that kind of a trend. There's not too many right now. Melly was in that. Right there. For all of 2020. Of course, most stocks look like that in 2020. Maybe 2022 will be the year. A couple of those early on weren't so bad for that type of a situation. GMED could be one. I'm not sure if we have a lot of information on it yet. Mhm. Where's my accumulation distribution? I don't know. I think I'm going to bounce. NASDAQ 0.1, so we're trying to come back a little bit for whatever that's worth. How's Amazon doing? Is it still rolling over down to almost 1%? Broke through the 10-day line. That hasn't been support. 20 days been support. That takes us down to 35.60 or 36 basically. So it could have a little bit more to go there before a reversal. Nasdaq is not quite at the middle Bollinger Band line, but not too bad. Looks like Apple's probably dropping as well. Apple dropping from where it was. Yeah, it was up a little more. Now it's flat. Bit of a chop as it's gone higher here. Nasdaq almost back to flat right now. Yeah, sold off on the overnight. So definitely have a sequence of lower highs on the Nasdaq. No lower lows though, just a lot of chop at the moment. Nothing really making you run for the hills, but Remax is taking a tumble. All right, Remax taking a little bit of a tumble here. I was doing pretty good for a minute. All right, I'm gonna bounce. Y'all have a good one. I will see you tomorrow, right? No, today's Friday. I won't see you tomorrow. I'll see you on Monday. Or in cryptocurrency land, maybe, if you guys are going to join in on that. All right, everyone. Have a great one. Bye.